it's hard to differentiate these two smartphones. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra versus Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Should you upgrade? Well, let's find out. Now let's talk about the build quality. Both smartphones have a glass rear and aluminum frame. The glass at the front and rear of the S23 Ultra on paper is stronger, but already I have a tiny crack on my screen. The S22 Ultra that I've been using for a while now without a screen protector held up just fine. So to me, the Corning Gorilla Glass 2 Victus is just for marketing. Both smartphones are IP68 water and dust resistant, so in that department, it's a tie. For the weight, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is slightly lighter, and in my hand, it feels better to hold thanks to the curved aluminum. So for the build quality, on paper, the S23 Ultra is better, but in the real world, honestly, they are the same. Now let's move to the external features. Both smartphones have a mic at the top, the volume rockers and power button are on the right side. On the left side, there's nothing. Now, one thing I noticed is the stylus for the S22 Ultra fits into the S23 Ultra, but the S23 Ultra stylus can't fit in the S22 Ultra. And when using the stylus of both smartphones, honestly, they perform identical. Now, one area where there's an improvement is in the sound quality from the speakers. The S23 Ultra sounds richer, it has more bass and depth. Also at the bottom, it looks like the S23 Ultra has two microphones. Let's see if the dual microphones on the S23 Ultra sounds better. What's up guys, so we're testing out the microphone of the S22 Ultra and the S23 Ultra. Which one sounds best? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Both smartphones have a dual 5G SIM card slot and no space to expand the storage. You can use eSIMs on both smartphones. The ultrasound fingerprint scanner on the S22 Ultra is just as fast as the S23 Ultra. So for the external features, the only improvement is the speakers on the S23 Ultra. They sound better. But is that enough reason to throw away your S22 Ultra and buy the S23 Ultra? Only you can answer that question. Now let's move on to the display, and surely the S23 Ultra display must be better, right? Well, no. They look identical. Both come with a 6.8-inch Quad HD Plus display, and they both have an LTPO display, which means they can slow down the refresh rate to as low as 1 Hz to conserve power, and when you need the display to be fast, they can go as high as 120 Hz. Peak brightness on both smartphones is around 1714 nits, so using any of the smartphones outdoor will be fine. Watching movies on Netflix is incredible on both smartphones. They both support HDR10+. Watching videos on YouTube is also fantastic. The display on both smartphones is excellent. You won't be able to differentiate any of them. So in the display department, it's a tie. From the build quality, external features and display, if you were to base your decision on whether to upgrade from the S22 Ultra to the S23 Ultra, I'm sure you won't upgrade because you haven't seen anything significant. But what about the performance? Well, I have good news for you. The S23 Ultra is faster. I mean, take a look at the Antutu Score and the Geekbench scores. These are one of the highest scores I've ever seen. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra comes with a custom-made Galaxy Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, while the S22 Ultra has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chipset. Both chipsets are 4nm processors and both are capable processors. I mean, see how both of them run Antutu like it's nothing. The S23 Ultra is better in terms of performance and efficiency. The S23 Ultra also runs cooler thanks to the larger vapor chamber, and when you play games, you can actually feel it. It doesn't get as hot as the S22 Ultra. Now, between me and you, the real question is how hard do you push your smartphones? Do you play games on your smartphones? If the answer is no, then you really don't need to upgrade to the S23 Ultra. If you're a gamer on the other hand, then yes, you should consider upgrading because after 30 minutes of running Genshin Impact, which is a very demanding game, the S23 Ultra frame rates did drop, but it didn't drop as much as the S22 Ultra. And also the S23 Ultra was the cooler smartphones between both of them. Another improvement you get with the S23 Ultra is the RAM. It now has LPDDR5X RAM. It has a faster storage as well. All this make the S23 Ultra load apps faster. How fast? Well, it's between 1 to 2 seconds faster, but that's still fast enough, right? Also, copying files with the S23 Ultra is faster than the S22 Ultra if you use the right cable. Now, on the software side of things, at the time of making this video, both smartphones are running One UI 5.1. On the S23 Ultra, you get the extract image from the background feature. You also get the option to change your performance profile, but those features are only available on the S23 Ultra for now. So when it comes to performance, if you're a gamer and you play games heavily, then yes, upgrade to the S23 Ultra. The upgrade would make sense. But if you're a normal user, if you just use your smartphone to WhatsApp, to check social media, to send messages and browse, you're fine with the S22 Ultra. Now let's talk about the cameras. Starting with the front-facing camera, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra comes with a 40 megapixel main selfie camera, while the S23 Ultra comes with a 12 megapixel selfie camera. That sounds like a downgrade, right? Well, not exactly. In low light situations, the 12 megapixel front-facing camera of the S23 Ultra with the power of AI takes better looking pictures. Moving to where there's sufficient light, both smartphones look identical. Sharpness is on par, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting old, but it's hard to pick a winner. They look identical. Moving outdoors and to my eyes, both pictures look again identical. Both are sharp, the skin tone looks on point. Looking at these pictures, it looks like the 12 megapixel selfie camera on the S23 Ultra is holding its ground against the 40 megapixel front-facing camera on the S22 Ultra. Testing out the dynamic range, the S23 Ultra does better. The sky isn't blown out. For portrait shots, hey, it looks the same. Zoom all you want, you won't be able to find a difference. Alright, so here's a video from the front-facing camera of both smartphones. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra has a 40 megapixel front-facing camera, while the new smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, comes with a 12 megapixel front-facing camera. So which one do you prefer? Which one looks better? Let me know which one you're going to pick in the comment section below. Also, which one has the better microphone? This is a microphone test. This is a front-facing camera test. Both smartphones are shooting in 4K, 30 FPS. Which one looks better? Is it the 40 megapixel camera on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra or the 12 megapixel camera on the new boy, the new king of flagship devices, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra? Let me know which one you're going to pick in the comment section below. Is it worth upgrading to if you own the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. But hey, let me know what you guys think about the two smartphones in the comment section below. Again, this is a front-facing camera test. I'm using the front-facing camera to capture this video. 40 megapixel front-facing camera on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra versus the 12 megapixel camera on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now for videos, I can see a difference in skin tones. I prefer the skin tone produced by the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. The S23 Ultra has this magenta tint to it, and I'm not a big fan of that. Switching to the rear cameras, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra comes with a 200 megapixel main camera, while the S22 Ultra comes with a 108 megapixel main camera. Both smartphones have a 10 megapixel periscope telephoto camera, both have a 10 megapixel telephoto camera and a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera. Checking out the pictures captured by the main cameras of both smartphones, in some pictures, the S23 Ultra shows more details. In others, they look identical. I tell you, I am struggling to find a major difference between these two smartphones. They both take fantastic pictures. Capturing people, the S22 Ultra looks better in my eyes. Maybe it's my skin tone, I don't know. My face looks brighter, and I like the skin tone produced by the S22 Ultra. As for portrait pictures, hey, they look identical. Moving to the telephoto camera, pictures captured by the S23 Ultra looks better. The AI on the smartphone does a better job in showing the right colors, as you can see. Pictures captured by the ultra-wide cameras on both smartphones look good. One area where the S23 Ultra does well is in night photos. The 200 megapixel camera actually does very well in low light situations. situations. Guys, this picture was taken in the night and look at how bright it is. This is fantastic, man. Of course, this comparison won't be complete if we don't capture the moon, and as you can see, the moonshot on both smartphones look identical. Is this a gimmick? Can the Samsung Galaxy S22 and S23 Ultra capture the moon and it will look like this? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. For videos, both smartphones can shoot in 8K. The S22 Ultra can shoot in 8K 24 frames with a crop, while the S23 Ultra can shoot in 8K 30 FPS with no crop. And as you can see, the 8K footage on the S23 Ultra is so smooth. This 8K is now usable, yes! Alright guys, so right now I'm shooting in 8K 30 frames per second on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, while the S22 Ultra can only shoot in 8K 24 frames per second, and as you can see, it's a little bit cropped in. So what do you guys think about the video footage? Which one do you prefer? Which one has the best quality? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but the 8K 24 FPS on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is a little bit choppy. You know, as I move left and right, it's a little bit choppy. But which one has the better video quality? And now I'm using the main camera. That's the 108 megapixel camera on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the 200 megapixel camera on the S23 Ultra. What do you guys think about the footage? Let's pick up the pace and test out the video stabilization. This isn't ultra steady mode, this is just the normal video stabilization. I'm still going to test out ultra steady mode. And now we're testing out ultra steady mode. I'm going to pick up the pace. Now in ultra steady mode, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra can shoot in 4K 30 FPS, while the S22 Ultra can only shoot in 1080p 30 FPS. So let's pick up the pace again. So right now I'm shooting in 4K 60 FPS using the wide angle camera, the 12 megapixel wide angle camera on both smartphones. What do you guys think about the footage? Let's pick up the pace and test out the stabilization. Again, 4K 60 FPS using the 12 megapixel camera on the wide angle camera on the smartphone. From the viewfinder, it looks very good. For video, the ability to shoot in 8K 30 FPS is amazing. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra wins in this department. So if you're a content creator or you use your smartphone to capture video a lot, the S23 Ultra is better. It's worth the upgrade. But for pictures, the S23 Ultra and the S22 Ultra perform the same. Now let's talk about the batteries, and I must admit, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra battery lasts longer. When I started shooting this comparison video, both smartphones were at 100%, and as you can see, the S23 Ultra battery is looking better than the S22 Ultra. From my usage, I got around 2 to 3 hours more screen on time with the S23 Ultra, thanks to the efficient processor. To charge up these two smartphones from 0 to 100%, it takes 1 hour 15 minutes. I made a dedicated charging test video. You can check out that video after watching this one. Now in conclusion, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is the better smartphone, no doubt. The processor is faster, the camera for video is better, and the battery lasts longer. If you own the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and all you do is chat, use social media apps, take pictures, you're not going to notice any difference between the S22 Ultra and the S23 Ultra. But if you're a gamer or you edit videos on your smartphone or do any other heavy tasks, you're going to notice that the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is faster and it will run cooler. So what do you guys think? If you own the S22 Ultra, are you going to upgrade to the S23 Ultra? Let me know in the comment section below. I only upgraded because I'm a YouTuber. I need to create content. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I would stick to the S22 Ultra. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video to be useful. You can check out my dedicated battery charging test of the S23 Ultra and the S22 Ultra by clicking on this video.